Ultimate CarpetBall. Rules and gameplay. Ultimate CarpetBall is an asynchronous multiplayer game where players can play their turns at their leisure. At the start of each round, each player will arrange 5 balls within a defined area at their end of the table. Placement of these balls is up to the player and is placed with a drag and drop gesture, and the table that they will be playing on will be an elongated rectangle. Players will reside on each end lengthwise. This is what the table would look like in its full view. At the bottom we see our player's view, and then we see the opponent's view. Here's a closer look at the player view. This is where the player will drag and drop each one of their balls from the tray located at the bottom. Above the white line, you'll see the cue ball. Also note, the white line is the defining area where players can place their balls. Up at the top, we see what round it is. The menu, this is where we can select to pause, go to the store, and other options. And we also see the ball count for the opposing player. This is the opponent view. A player can scroll up and down the table to see the actual configuration of the opponent's balls. A cue ball will be rolled with a flicking swipe gesture in an attempt to knock the opponent's balls into the opponent's tray. A player will roll once on their turn during normal gameplay. If a player knocks the opponent's ball into the tray, the player will be alerted with a score, and you'll notice the ball count up at the top has decreased by 1. Once a player has knocked all of their opponent's balls into the opponent's tray, the opponent is afforded a mercy roll and has 1 additional attempt to knock the remaining balls of the other player into the tray. During the mercy roll, the player may continue to roll if he or she knocks their opponent's ball into the opponent's tray. For instance, if the opponent has 2 balls remaining and the player hits the first ball into the tray, the player can continue and attempt at the second ball. If the player rolling in the mercy roll misses, the game ends and the other player is the winner. If the player is successful in the mercy roll, a new round is started with 1 less ball on each end, and the game continues until someone misses the mercy roll. Point system. Once a game has been completed, the winning player will be awarded points. The number of points will correspond with the number of balls each player started with in the round where the win occurred. For example, if a player wins in the first round, they will be awarded 5 points, since the first round started with 5 balls. If a player wins in the second round, the player will receive 4 points since that round started with 1 less ball. Accumulated points can be used to purchase tokens for use to get customized balls, as well as change color of carpet on the playing table. These options will be located in the Ultimate CarpetBall store. Additionally, in-app purchases will be available. Most packages and purchases will amount to 99 cents or more depending on the content of the package. Let's take a look at the game in action. Here we can see the ball traveling up the screen after the ball has been flicked, using the flick gesture. The view will change and continue on into the opponent's area. If a collision occurs, then the player's ball will move accordingly. This is Ultimate CarpetBall. We hope you'll have fun. Let's get to rolling.